Tevez da solo, Tevez al limite dell'area, fa fuori tutti, Tevez, si apre la porta, Tevez, gol, da dietro, Pirlo dentro,
Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel. It's Matchday Live. Feels like it's been a while with this international break. I got Anthony, I got Lucci. Fellas, how you doing?
Living the dream every day, Al. Every damn day. At least I think I'm the one who's feeling the best out of the three of us.
I'm good. I'm great.
I don't know. I feel great, other than an injury suffered. But no, that's good. That's good. We're gonna look at these guys ready to go in the live. Always, Jeremiah. Yes, we have to win today. Non-negotiable. Well,
100%.
I wouldn't negotiate otherwise. Come on, Max, you son of a bitch. Get the freaking win. Okay. All right, Bobby. I'm laughing at some of the reports saying how our players improve playing for their international teams. So helpful. Anyway, we're here. Let's go. Actually, we will talk about the international break. Our players did do well. Vito saying good morning. Let's go. So, yeah, we gotta get things going in the right direction. We do have some news we gotta talk about. Obviously, some Locatelli business. Caio Jorge's in the news. And we've got some potential targets Juve's looking at. Lucci's laughing here. First, Anthony's has got something to talk about, so he wants to say something. Anthony,
out
of the way.
Waking up this morning, you never want to wake up in the morning and hear about a tragedy at a football field. So 174 people. That's the reports now. Some say it's 130. It's more than one. When more than one person goes to a football match and doesn't come home, that's unfortunate. So we just want to send our thoughts and prayers out to those families in Indonesia. It's, football is just a game right now. We don't know if it's political or religious or what the issue was, but none of that matters. You can get upset at football matches and, hurl your insults or whatever you want, but everyone should come home from a football match. So, for us, from our little team here, we just, our thoughts and prayers to the families of those families that didn't have loved ones come home. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, pretty brutal stuff. Speaking of brutal stuff, Locatelli. We get some rumors, his name swirling around, that Juve could potentially try to write the books and see him out. Number one, I don't believe it. I can't believe it. And I mean, if we were going to do that, we kind of deserve everything we would get. Afterwards, our roster is not at a point right now where you could honestly look at moving him, in my opinion. And if you wanted to get some financial correction done, McKennie would be prime candidate, in my opinion, right now, looking at this roster. And you know what? As shitty as it would be, just maybe one of those young guys ends up having to be sacrificed. One of those young three out of Rovella, Fagioli, Miretti. Miretti probably set himself up to not be one of those guys. Mm-hmm. And Rovella would probably be the other one, not to be moved. But Fagioli's got to kick it up a notch because at the start of the year, I don't know. I got to say, Miretti's been proving me wrong from saying he would be the one I would loan out. But he's been playing solid. I think Rovella could have potentially stayed. Looking at things, but this Locatelli thing, it would blow me away if at this point in time we would even consider that. Your guys' thoughts on hypothetically if Locatelli were to be shopped.
Lucci, I'm looking at numbers. Start us off, bud.
I'm gonna say if that does happen, I don't believe the reports, but if that were to happen, I believe that's fully on Max. I think that would be something he would say, yeah, you know what, I'm fine with letting him go if we have to let someone go. Because, like, why would you fight so hard to bring someone in a year ago and then now, we don't need him. We'll make do without him. So, yeah, we can sacrifice him. So I think that comes down to the coach. Like, the coach certainly has his players that are untransferable, right? So
yeah. I mean, you're building this spine, and I mean, Chiesa, Locatelli was in there. Delict was there until by his own, accord wanted to be moved. So then, of course, you start now bringing Bremer. Bremer would be part of that core spine. These guys shouldn't be moved. But Anth, what do you think hypothetically if that were true that we were shopping?
Yeah, now it has to be said that Allegri did dump on him about 2 weeks ago. So
a few times.
Even though I don't think it would happen, could there be reasons? Yes. But I was just looking at the numbers. So he was purchased in 2021 for $25 million payable over 3 years plus 12.5 million in potential bonuses. So that's 37.5 million over 3 years. Like, how much plus Venz are we going to get from this guy if you sell him? Like, what are you going to sell? You're not going to sell him for 80 million, right? Yeah. So I don't really see that part of it. Like, the financials don't really add up to me if you sell him. Like, he's not costing us $50 million a year like a Ronaldo, or like even Vlahovic where we paid 70 million for him. So the plus Venz, I don't see from a financial standpoint how we're going to come out on top. Like, this is going to be, someone's going to come in and say, we'll give you 75 million for Locatelli. I really don't see it.
Yeah. That's another thing. But again, just more so the roster in general. It wouldn't make sense to me. Just wouldn't make sense to me. You still have guys sitting out there on options too. So like Zakaria is not finalized, right? Like there's option there at the end of his term. We've got other players that are out on options still. Like, you still don't know where anything lies, but regardless, Rabiot is going to be gone because he's not going to accept that money because we're never going to pay him the same amount of salary. And I don't see him sacrificing anything to stay by any means. It just doesn't make sense. The whole thing doesn't make sense. But, it didn't also make sense why we pulled Zakaria in mid-year and beat a bunch of teams to him and then wanted to ship him immediately. So who really knows? But I think it's tough when you start hearing your team with these situations kind of looming, because then I can understand how fans start to question the project and question what exactly is happening, especially because, Locatelli, Chiesa, those were the names of guys that were going to be, the staples and the spine as we continue to build. So it's really weird. Kyle George, weird signing too now, and he's going right back. But the whole thing, it kind of was unfair to him because we never really knew how much we were going to get out of him, what we were going to get at him. We don't even know what we have in him as a player because we never got a chance to really see it.
We've seen enough of Keane. Do we really think he's worse than Keane at this point?
This is going to get clipped, but Lucci's got a good point there.
That is definitely
Keane has really got to dial it in, man. It's
but we've been saying that for months now, and he still hasn't.
It's pain. I don't know. It's just this Kyle George one's weird. It's really, really weird. So he's gonna potentially head back to Brazil in the winter mercado and whatnot. And to be honest, I think more than anything, I don't know if I put this one. When you hear rumors about Locatelli, it hits you a certain way. The Kyle George one, I think like this, he's not going to come back from that injury and all of a sudden get minutes for us in Serie A. True. Like, I don't see that. And he's like, I don't know, every game we put ourselves in a situation now where all these games are so critical. I just don't see him getting the time anyways.
But why not try to keep him in Italy?
Yeah, you could for sure.
Empoli or something.
The Brazil thing sort of makes sense in that the winter mercado would be their off season, is my understanding. I think they're off at that point. So it would be almost him going into a team in their off season and then getting the off season training and then playing at the start of a season. And you can kind of bring him back next summer. So it kind of makes sense in that point.
Okay.
If, he's... Fair. I don't think he'll be going down there being dumped. Someone can correct me wrong, but I've been to Brazil and I've never seen games at that time of year. But good.
Yeah, maybe that would be an interesting scenario. But I don't know. Lucci's kind of on one there with why not keep him in Italy?
Kind of makes sense. You want him to learn.
There's a lot of decisions this club's making over the past couple months that were definitely head scratches for us. That one, I wouldn't lose sleep over it, but the Keane one.
Moise Keane? Yeah. So in terms of other news and whatnot, we did get some good news with Chiesa. So Chiesa going to be training with the ball this week coming up, and still Milan is that kind of target date, and nothing's changed so far. And we're getting very, very close. Okay, about getting in here and getting back on the lineup. That's big. Pogba will start. He hasn't even started running, Max said. So he hasn't even started running yet, but they were targeting October 21st. So we keep tabs on that. Chiesa, as excited as everyone's going to be, myself included, we're going to have to be pretty patient. I think there, but it's no doubt going to boost this team, but how much of a boost are we expecting, right? Like, we have to be patient. That's the thing. Luch, what do you think?
I don't want to put up too big of expectations right now. It's a large injury. He's coming back ice cold. Like, what do we really expect from him? He's not going to be the same guy he was under Pirlo. Even under Allegri for the beginning of last season wasn't great. Yeah. Let's pump the brakes. As much as I want him to be, top notch, I just think he's going to need a lot more game time to get up to where we expect him to be, or where we want him to be. So,
yeah. And
there's no real good time to bring him back. Like, I'm just looking at the schedule here, so obviously he's not going to be there today. And then we have a midweek game, a Champions League game against the Israelis, and then we're at Milan, at the Israelis midweek, and then at Torino. I would think that game at Torino would probably make more sense on the 15th for Chiesa just to make a debut. But then, we got a lot of games. We got a lot of games the next month and a half. Like, it is wild. So I think there's a lot of opportunity. The whole Pogba thing back to 21st doesn't really bother me that he hasn't run yet. It's like a guy coming back from an off season, right? They come back and they really don't start running. They need like 3-4 weeks to get up to speed. So
even when they do come back, what are they going to play? 10 minutes for the first few, 10, 20 minutes for the first few games? Like, we got to chill with the expectations. It's not going to change just overnight.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's maximum 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up Juve's calendar because it is
it's wild.
It's going to be pretty damn intense.
Thanks, FIFA, for the World Cup in November. Yay.
So we got Bologna today. Obviously, we got Maccabi in Champions League on Wednesday. Then you got Milan Saturday. You got the return game against Maccabi in Champions League right after that. Then you got the Derby della Mola with Torino. And then you'll finish up with Empoli. And then, of course, Benfica, which is going to be, well, to be honest, the Benfica one will be match if we can get the job done against Maccabi, and they've actually shown themselves to be quite a challenge so far in their group stage games. So those aren't even gimmies anymore. Like those are going to be tough games against Maccabi for Juve, and the way we've set ourselves up, today is must win, absolutely must win. And you'd hate to say this early on in the season that, I don't know. These guys are still believing in Scudetto and whatnot, but I mean, if you drop today,
finished.
Oh yeah,
well, as far as that goes. I put this out on Twitter yesterday. I said in October we have eight games, which is wild. 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in October, I said Juventus has to go at a minimum 6 wins, 2 draws. That Milan game is probably going to be a draw.
It'd probably be a loss. Sorry.
So realistically, what we have to do is you have to get 6 wins. Okay, take the 2. How many Champions League games are there? 3. So we have
3 Champions League games. Yeah,
forget them. You have 5 league games. I think we need 4 wins out of those 5 games.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Gotta get
wishful thinking, though.
It is. I'm just saying, in order, I wouldn't say call it saving the season, but pretty close. You can't be coming out of 5 games with 6 points. You can't.
100%.
The season is essentially over.
Yes, but to be okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna stop being negative and we'll carry on
But
with
you
that.
know what I
So
mean? Like, you can't-
Bologna, Milan,
12 points.
Torino, Empoli, Lecce. So Empoli, Lecce,
Got to be 12 points.
gotta
Right.
be. The tough thing is you pulled
We sort of stink.
That's
2
what I
out
mean.
of Fiorentina, Salernitana,
Monza.
Monza.
That's
2 points out of those 3. Between if you want to add Sampdoria,
You guys got to
and
stop looking at the
Spezia.
past. Let's
Yeah.
look at October.
Yeah.
What do we need to do now?
I'm
Right?
trying not
I
to
know.
look.
I know. Allegri said the new season starts today, which was
He deserves a smack in the mouth for that comment
Season
too.
started 7
weeks
games ago,
ago.
Max.
Yeah.
I
And
knew that
stop
was gonna
looking in the
cause
past. Well, fuck, where's the hope for the future?
I'm just saying.
How is he going to turn
Is that
this thing
me?
around? There's too much chaos. There's too much chaos. Do you think he can honestly turn this thing around?
All I'm saying is that in October, we need of the 5 league games, we need 4 wins. Can
And
he turn around? I'll see you post game tomorrow.
Champions League, he can't drop any.
No.
Correct.
He can't drop any of these 3 in October. Like, the team has to win these 3. Has to.
Yeah.
Absolutely has to.
I'm more confident of doing better in Serie A than I am in Champions League.
The Champions League thing, though, the games can be a little bit more open. Like, we just got to get guys going. 3-5-2 projected today. We're going to get into all that against Bologna here, but it's tough. We're going to start looking at this matchup here and see what's going on. But, yeah, Champions League, like, he can't drop any 3. In the league, I would agree. You can probably only afford to slip up once out of those games.
We went on a run last time this year, did we not? Of unbeaten games.
Yeah, weren't they like 0-0 and 1-1?
They were still unbeaten. Now we've only it hasn't been good. I get it. We're all on the same page. It hasn't been good, but we've only lost 1 game. Now we lost to Monza. It was terrible. So
very bad.
I'm keeping up hope. I'm trying to keep the positivity. I'll go with Max on the fact that it starts today. October needs to be a fresh start. It has to be.
Now,
I'm not going down with the sinking ship. I will jump out on the lifeboats.
100%.
I'm not going to change my avatar to like Bologna or something.
I'm just so annoyed at the shit that comes out of that guy's mouth. Okay.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yours too, but yeah.
Yours too. But Max, I get so annoyed with the shit that comes out of his mouth to say the season starts today and whatnot. And no, and after all this chaos, all the shit that's going on that you're hearing about in the dressing room and all this, it's like it's the last thing this team needed. So it's just frustrating. But hey,
there's
if he
something.
can turn it around, props to him.
I got that in my notes.
I struggle to see him being able to do that. But let's see what happens today against Bologna. This will be.
Hang on, Al. Before we get to the Bologna game, the reports of like him and Bonucci going at it, I didn't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with senior guys on the team getting into it with the manager. I have a problem with like Kenny or somebody getting into it. But is that even a story? If Bonucci and him had like a row going on in the change room, for me, it's a non-story.
Didn't they have one a few years ago?
Cardiff too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
but
I mean, it'll be more than hearing about one of the other guys going at it. But we had rumors that some of these players don't know what they're being asked of by him, and like apparently Bremer spoke out against him too, not against him, but spoke up about just like what are we doing here and stuff. It's not coincidence anymore that you have all these guys that have left Juve that are saying all the same things about Juve. So there's something cooking behind the scenes for sure. Like I don't get it. A few years ago, we were talked about how tough it was to work and train there. And then all of a sudden, now our training is subpar to all these other teams that these guys are going to. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
No.
We'll see. Today, Bologna.
Here we go.
1 win in their last 5, losing 2 and drawing 2. Arnautovic, top scorer in Serie A so far. I think unless anything changed in the one match, I don't even know who played today. Who played today?
Lazio won 4-0.
Oh, so
Got
I would
them on the
assume
parlay.
did what's his name take over?
SMS had 2, I believe.
Oh,
I don't know the full details, but
Unfortunately, I'm not.
Immobile looks like
I have
he
no
missed
idea.
a PK.
they're looking much better than us, that's for sure.
Yep, Milinkovic
Is this
got
still-
2.
is this
Immobile
still
kept
Lazio
out of
cast?
there.
What's that
So
saying?
your boy Arnautovic
Confusing.
still stands as
Who wants to
Serie
bet
A leading
Cambiasso
goal
gets an
scorer right
assist
now.
today?
What's that?
I think we should have a bet that Cambiasso pulls up an assist or something. Has a fantastic game, just like
Check
Pellegrini used to do against us when he played with Genoa.
Let's see what happens. So Juve coming off of that loss to Monza, Bologna coming 1 win out of their last 5. This is a must win. It is
Both
what
teams
it is.
stink.
Like the odds, Juve's still very heavily favored in this one to get the win when you're looking at the betting odds. It
they're
doesn't feel that way
-195.
though. I'll tell you that.
No.
Doesn't feel
I
that
s-
way.
I saw the line at 195. I was like, that. Like Juve are pretty heavy favorites to win this. I was
Yeah.
like, that's
Shocking.
I saw 154
Yeah.
for Juve, draw 4.2. Bologna almost 6.
You got a draw at 4.2. Put some beans on that one. That'd be a good bet.
No, can't do
I only
it.
got a
Can't do it.
3.2.
Injuries. Bologna is only dealing with that. Well, Barrow's going to be a big one for them, whatnot, but still Arnautovic has been strong for them. Sumaro and then Sansoni for them. Juve, of course, Di Maria suspended. He's going to be dealing with his suspension. We got
2
Pogba,
games? How'd he
Chiesa.
get? He got
I thought it was
3.
3. I thought it was 3.
What's that?
Suspension for
Maria.
Di Maria.
2?
Why did I think
I think
it was
it's
3?
2.
I thought it was 2 games. I thought he
Maybe
served
one of the
one
sweat
already.
hogs can help us in the comments. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's 2.
someone in the comments. I thought it was 3 though, but he served one already.
How?
Or did he not?
No, he got it
'cause
against
was
Monza.
He lost Monza. He got 2
Okay, it
games.
is 2. My apologies.
Yeah. So
Everyone
anyways,
corrected me.
Ake and then Kyle George, the rest. So essentially, we're at full strength other than Chiesa, Pogba, and Di Maria. Bologna's, this is going to be a tough game, you guys.
It shouldn't be.
It's shocking that we even have to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is.
That's the reality of where this team's at right now. So Bologna is going to play. They play 3-5-2 and sometimes 4-2-3-1. I'm not sure which way they're going to line up against Juve today. It could go either way. Juve's planning the 3-5-2 and to shape up that way. I think we saw the lineup, which was looking like it was going to be Szczesny in goal, Danilo, Bonucci, and Bremer as your 3 center backs, Deschilio and Kostic as both wing backs. In the middle, seen a couple different variations. The last one I saw was Locatelli, Rabiot, and McKennie with Milik and Vlahovic up top. The day before, I was seeing Rabiot, Paredes, and Locatelli.
Yep.
So still some question marks. I haven't seen anything come out.
Wasn't there
relatively close to this, but that's probably going to be it. So if we go 3-5-2 against Bologna's 3-5-2, it's going to be kind of interesting. I don't always like when teams match up the same setup. Be interesting to see. Deschilio is going to probably be the one that stays back a bit. Kostic would be the one looking to get forward. Milik is a must start for me. Like he's got to start for Juve. What, you guys agree? What do you think on those lineups?
100%.
Yeah.
I think I saw a projection with McKennie on the right as well in a 3-5-2.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, okay.
That was the first one I had.
Why?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was a nightmare you had yesterday.
No, I think everyone else saw it too.
Maybe it was my nightmare.
So my problem in that midfield, if you were going to do Rabiot, Locatelli, McKennie, you've got no dynamic player that can help offense. Like McKennie just makes runs into the area and he can create some problems. It's not enough.
The triarchy there of Locatelli, Paredes, and Rabiot for me is interesting. Now, Rabiot was playing okay up to his injury, right? He was playing okay.
Fair.
I'm not gonna say he was a world beater. But the only fear I have with that is that whenever Locatelli is paired with someone in like a regista role, he sits back as well. Like he never gets released up the field. So I really hope if those three play, Locatelli can push up further up the field and just let Paredes kind of hang back a little bit more.
But still, the creativity is not there.
Yeah, and I'm not sold on Luca being that guy. Like, if he's the one pushing forward, I'm not sold on that helping us out a whole bunch. I don't know.
Like distributing around the box. You don't think he's that player?
I don't think he'd make this big difference that everybody thinks is going to happen. I don't.
Where does he make the difference then? I'm just saying, like,
in a 2-man pivot, I think is his best spot.
Yeah, that's the most natural for him.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see him playing as this box to box on the side that all of a sudden is going to just open up the offensive, prowess for Juve. I don't see it.
Oh yeah, just a quick pause. No one cares.
Oh yeah,
we don't care.
Nailed it.
In business and in life, you're not going to get forward if you look backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So stop looking to the past. Stop looking backwards. But
is he healthy? Good. Other than that,
it's fair to say though, we're on a pretty big string of guys that are playing well after leaving like us. And why can't we get? Because even like Paulo couldn't stay healthy for us, so that's just concerns about our fitness, our training, all that and whatnot. But like, it's got to be said. We get why is nobody thriving at Juve? It's like you pick up Locatelli, half the fan base is shitting on him, but I think he was putting in decent performances up until this season actually got going.
Until he got injured.
Couple games, and then he ended up dealing with an injury that they kept under wraps for a while. Like I didn't even actually realize, and then his play started to slip, whatnot. But you bring in Vlahovic, and he's not thriving by any means.
Nope.
It's got to be said. Like it's just not right. It's just not right. Something's going on. So that's the only thing I would, I don't know. That's the only thing I would talk about in terms of ex-players. But as far as them scoring and whatnot, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But is De Ligt thriving?
I was going to say that, actually.
He gave up a penalty the other day.
Good point.
Last week.
Well, De Ligt had to get to match fitness, for Christ's sake. So he didn't even play for a while. Like, he hasn't even been playing.
And he hasn't done much since.
So guys aren't fucking fit to go to these big clubs that we're supposed to be a big club as well. But they go there and they laugh at the condition that our top guys are in. So that says a lot.
Let's just hope the international break got some
juices flowing.
So the nice thing about the international break is that our guys did do well. Our guys did play well for the international break. Bonucci actually put in a couple really solid shifts for the Azzurri. The young guys did well too. Unfortunately, we don't own a couple of the Azzurini anymore. But Fagioli had a good showing. Rovella was great. Easy Luch.
Then you get a red card
Kostic and Vlahovic hooking up. They need to continue that. Szczesny.
It was Norway. Come on.
Szczesny behind the team in between the pipes.
Why?
He's the number one. He's gonna get time. Perin was our MVP last month. So credit to Perin for MVP, or is it kind of sad that ended up being our MVP? Does it tell you more of a story? It's kind of both, is it not? What do you guys think?
Okay. It does say, both.
Tech is our number one goalie. He is our number one. I'm not taking any away from Perin. If he has to start, I'm okay with it. But on this roster, Tech is our number one goalie, and he should start. I don't believe a player should lose his starting position from injury.
Okay,
right?
fair.
It's not like he was out hacking butts, and he tripped on something and drinking. He was out for a couple weeks. He got an injury.
He hurt himself doing it, actually. Technically,
he landed on a guy's foot. Like, come on.
Well, if he caught the ball, he would have been. But
he did catch it. Anyways, but that's neither here nor there. So in a game, he got an injury. He deserves his number one spot when he gets back.
Here's the thing. I don't really give a shit about him deserving anything. And
Ooh.
the reason is because
I like
yes,
it.
you got injured. You shouldn't lose your starting spot to it. However,
So we
if
agree.
if the
Oh.
team was thriving and the team was doing well, I would say no problem. Tech, hey, fly back at her. This team isn't. So why take away the one constant and the one player that actually has been fucking steady and at a high level the whole time? Why even take that chance?
Because
Payton's
goalkeeper isn't
actually
our issue.
been controlling. He's been
Well.
doing well. I don't change that right now in a team where all the games are highly crucial right now. I just don't do it. And Tech
Lucci.
has mistakes in him. He does. And I always have questioned his command in the area.
Yeah.
So
Lucci?
that's why I say I don't care if he deserves it and he's our starting goalie by list. It's just I don't know. It's silly right now in a team that hasn't been able to even come close to finding second gear. Why create anything over those spots? That's just how I feel, man. That's how I feel. But Lucci, you weigh in on this.
Yeah,
Ant and I are on flip
I
sides.
agree. I definitely agree. I just listen. We haven't played good with regardless who's in net, so I understand Ant's points as well. So
Throw Lucci in there. Doesn't matter.
well, no, we would get lit up, but I'd probably catch a red or a PK at some point.
True.
Anyway, I don't know. I like the way Perrine commands. I like the way he plays. Like I just think if we're talking about talent wise, I think he's right there, if not better than Tech. Tech the better goal PK stopper for sure, but Perrine deserves to play. It's not like he was terrible in the time Tech was gone. So
we got enough games coming up.
Yes,
whoever's in there, I don't really care.
Someone is going to play midweek, or you would probably go Perrine and then Tech again next Saturday.
Perrine had a massive PK fingertip off post against Fiorentina too to save our blushes.
Touche.
Perrine's been on fire. He's been on fire.
He's been very good.
I don't see it. I don't see right now.
Yes,
you
short.
need
That's
anybody and everybody. Assumption. That's why we're talking about Milik starting, and has to be a must start. If you have guys right now when your team's like kind of in turmoil, don't change what's working.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Why would you want to change the one or two things you got going good for you?
Right? And the thing is, you could probably look at it like, hey, it's Bologna. But we talked about this earlier. We're not even thinking that way right now because of where this team is. Normally, you'd go into a Bologna match feeling super confident, like, okay, yeah, Juve should get the job done here. Today, we don't know. We honestly don't know. So to bring him back even for this one is like, I don't know.
You better play well.
Hopefully he gets the job done. Hopefully the team just pulls it together and gets this win. Now, my question, which we got completely sidetracked from, was Perrine getting the MVP. Is it a credit to him, or does it tell you more the story about what's going on with Juve currently?
I think both. He's played well, but the team in front of him has been awful. So, like, he deserves it, but no one else has really done anything to challenge it.
That's the main thing.
If you had to give it to somebody else, who do you even think it would go to?
Milik.
Yeah.
Milik. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bremer's been okay too, actually.
The bus driver. He's gotten them there safely in all the games.
Pavel Nedved with his game off the field.
You want to know something? He's putting in a strong off-field game right now.
All right.
I don't know why people say Perrine is short. Perine's 6'2". I know some goalkeepers are 6'8", but he's not.
Is he 6'2"?
No,
I don't think he's 6'2".
You're tripping.
And he froze out on that. 6'2". There's no way he's 6'2". Are you looking that up?
I'm looking that up.
I don't believe he's 6'2".
1.8.
Did I freeze there?
Yes,
I froze at the wrong time. Yeah, I see 6'2".
What's 1.88 meters?
Yeah, 6'2".
6'2". He's right.
Wow.
But Tech is like 6'6".
Yeah, he's lanky.
Well, I'll tell you, I saw Perrine in LA and he didn't look 6'2".
No, I don't think that might be an exaggeration. Like NBA
I think that's
player.
a friendly a friendly Wikipedia listing for the
It
man.
was Wikipedia.
But that's
He was
okay.
he was on his tippy toes when they took the measurement.
Yeah, standing on a
Some
fucking
stilts?
cinder
It's
block.
6'2". It's 6'2".
Yeah, let me jump on the cinder block while you guys measure here. So, okay, Bologna. Let's get a little trivia out of the way here. What was
Ooh.
the score the last time we played Bologna?
Jeez.
You guys remember that game?
Jeez.
There's been a lot of blurry ones recently.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know that we haven't lost in a while. I know that. So I'm going to say 3-1.
I was
No,
going to say 1-0.
no,
Ooh,
2-1.
rough.
no.
Jeremiah here with 2-0.
No, that's not it either, eh?
No.
Was it 1-1?
1-1.
Oh, don't
1-1.
That's your 8th guess.
It was 2. It's my second guess.
Do you remember the goal scorers?
Jeez.
This was last year.
Was it
I'm
Dybala?
Mm,
Nope.
I have no idea.
It was
I'm gonna
Morata
guess
then.
McKennie. I think McKennie scored that game. 100% confident in that.
mm.
You should not be 100%
I'm not
confident in
100%
that because it
confident.
was wrong.
They're both playing today.
Oh,
It was 1-1.
was it Leo? Locatelli?
No.
Who else is there? Oh, this is bad. This is embarrassing.
Well, in the group chat,
Arnautovic for them.
Yeah,
I
fair
kinda
enough.
figured that one. Yeah.
Did you guys say Dushan?
Oh no.
Oh, was that his only goal last year for us?
Vlahovic.
It was against Bologna.
Vlahovic with
We need to get that
somewhat
guy
of a
going.
tap in.
Poor
So
guy.
1-1. Yeah, that was the last one. Oddly enough, not oddly, but that's Bologna. Not a lot of people know that's like fourth. They're fourth on the list of most matches between like this fixture historically. It's fourth on the list for Juve.
Yeah,
Some like
makes sense.
186 or something. 186 or something like that.
Yeah.
Guys want to take a stab at how many wins Juve's got
So out of 186 games,
against Bologna? Yeah.
I'm gonna say
108.
that's a good number. I was gonna say somewhere. I'll go 101.
It's a good number.
186. That's a lot.
It's wrong.
That's a good. Both wrong. Yeah.
So I'm going 115.
115?
Yeah.
I think Al wanted us to go the other way.
93.
There you go.
What? Now you're not impressed?
Yeah.
She's like, no,
Should have
yeah.
over 100 wins against
93?
Bologna. Jesus.
Well, 50% of them were wins. That's not bad against an opponent. You
It's
get a couple
Bologna.
draws.
It's not like it's
Yeah, but a
Milan.
couple
It
draws.
should be at 50%.
You know what's crazy is out of 186, they've only dropped 29. Only
Yeah, okay,
29
that's
wins for
better.
Bologna out of all. So even with the draws and stuff, that's crazy. Crazy.
That's a lot.
But
dude.
here we go.
Crazy.
Guys, should we get into some predictions and then open things up to Storm the Barn? Or you guys
Yeah,
want to
we
just
should.
fire in Storm the Barn?
Either.
I'm good either way.
I got
And
predictions.
Jeremiah,
against-
going back to the MVP thing, said it should have been Milik. He said
He's
fully
not wrong.
deserved for Milik.
Especially if
How
that
many-
goal counted. That was offside.
Should have, yeah. He would have probably been the guy, is
Yep.
what you're saying.
Yep.
Jeremiah's wasting no time. He's way ahead of the game here. He's
Jeez.
going 3-1. He's going Dushan, Milik, and Kostic getting one.
Okay.
11 attempts and 4 on target.
Wow,
Let's
3
fucking
goals
go.
on 4 on target. Wow, that's
Let's fucking go.
all right.
That's 75%, I think. Let me check the math.
Yeah, do your math there, bud, Mr. Engineer.
Okay, let's
75.
before we go, you guys get your Storm the Barn. Everybody on the live, get your Storm the Barn questions in here. We're gonna
Yep.
do our
Fire 'em
predictions up.
Let's go. Get them in.
And we'll go from there. So, guys, again, change the format. You got to have final score, and then your 2 extras can be whatever you like for the tie breaks. So, who wants to kick us off on this one?
Don't need an engineer to know this one. Boom. 1 equals 1.
That's
think
your
it meant one.
prediction?
No, I just 1 equals 1.
Alright.
I'll start. I'm ready to go. I think Lucci's still a little
I'm doing my
groggy.
calculations.
Yeah, still a little groggy. So I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Juventus.
Jeez. We are very
I know.
happy today.
I even did this when I wrote that down. 3-1 win. I'm going to say 1-1 at halftime. I'm going to give you a couple little extra ones here. I'm going to go 52-48 possession for Juventus.
Okay.
And Juve is going to have 3 offsides. Now, those aren't – I'm not putting any money on those. I'll get to those after Lucci gives his predictions.
That's
Lucci.
Okay,
Fire away.
I'm going 2-1. I'm going
for
Juve. Sorry, yeah, I should have clarified. Yeah, I guess I got to clarify that every time.
Yeah, clarify that now.
I'm gonna go Dusan and Malik with the goals, and I will go 4. Sorry, I'll go 10 attempts with 4 on target.
All right.
So you're going 50% conversion rate. See that math?
No, 10 and 4 is 40%.
No, but 4 on target with 2 goals.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going with attempts. Fair enough.
Okay. Let's get keep the storm in the barn questions coming in. Okay. We're marking those. I'm going 2-0 Juve.
Someone's
2-0.
gonna score.
It's gonna be a
Someone's gonna score.
Milik's getting in there. Milik's getting in there on the scoreboard. And oh man.
If it's not Arnautovic, it's gonna be Orsolini.
Want to say a defender gets one off like a set piece or something. But I'll say just Vlahovic and Milik. I'm not even going to go goal scorers. But my call is Vlahovic and Milik. But first card will go to Bologna. And it's going to be 35th minute. So first card, Bologna.
Mr. Gary Medel.
So you've been predicting that a lot lately. And what I've been finding is for some reason, refs are bringing out the cards earlier.
They are.
To calm it down.
You know, like the
last game was pretty early, yeah.
Yeah, they've been bringing it out a little early this year. I don't know if they're
going Bologna 32. No, you know what? Anthony, you make me change it. 25. Go a little bit earlier. 25. Offsides? No, I don't like that. Possession?
Halftime score?
No. My final was 2-0.
Omer picked corner kicks one day.
Yeah, he went corners. Nah, I don't like that. Nah, screw it. Vlahovic and Milik, goal scorers.
Lucci, the number of corner kicks Canada gets at the World Cup.
2.
Oh my God! Come on.
2 in 3 games.
B's predictions.
Let's get to some of these live comments here. We haven't played a single top team this season. If we drop points tonight, I'll have to call it as long as Allegri is still training. Can't take it no more. 3 points is all that counts tonight. Sadly enough, I'm getting and I see it in the daily update videos. I know Ant's usually jumping in there too and reading a lot of those comments. And there's a really tough feeling to shake with a lot of fans about where we're at currently and just trying to get hyped up, trying to stick to something, and it's tough. We need a streak. We need a run just to bring everybody's level and sense of belief up. Like it's tough. There's a lot of fans just struggling right now, and it's tough because everybody's like, well, these are fair weather fans, whatnot. Not necessarily at all. I just think it's hard to find the positives right now, for being honest. And at least if the team was putting in certain types of efforts, and we've been talking about this a lot after most of our games, if the effort and the work rate was there and whatnot, and things just aren't falling, it's a bit easier of a pill to swallow than what we're used to seeing. Do you guys kind of feel that way? Like,
yeah,
if there was, something more that we could stick to, it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, it's like being no, I'm not in this situation at all. But I've seen people in a situation where their marriage is crumbling and you're looking for things to try and find positives in the other person. And I think that's and I'm not going to put the Fairweather fans in here, but that's sort of where we're at. We're in this relationship with this club, and we're trying to, at least for me, I'm trying to find the positives in what's in ultimately a completely negative situation. And I think Dell's down here is saying Roma, PSG, Benfica are not top teams. We're just talking about Serie A games. In the Serie A games, we haven't been playing up to the expectations of what we expect our team to be doing. So I fully agree. Need 3 points tonight, but I think it's fair for us to be upset at what's going on, but there has to be some sort of level of, hope. Like, you have to have some hope. You can't just be, dumping on the club at every chance you get. I'm just saying, for your own well-being, you should have some iota of hope.
I just think, like, when I look at the Roma match in that first half, and if I saw that consistently and our results are the same as what they have been now, I wouldn't be as upset or as frustrated.
Fair.
Like, that's just how I feel, right? And I think that's how I see it. I see most fans just upset at this incredible lack of inconsistency. And yeah, I mean, results are part of it too, but games like that against Monza are just, that shouldn't be happening at Juve. Like, you shouldn't be Monza's first Serie A victory.
That's a low point.
Yeah, like that's crazy. That's enough to shock change, and we didn't get change, so I could see it. Louis saying, we're a fragile fan base. You guys agree? I think we're a fragile.
If anyone ever watched the show Intervention on A&E, hitting rock bottom,
is that where we are?
Monza, losing to Monza was rock bottom. Like, that was the last needle we put in our arm with the hair on. Rock bottom.
We have practically a full season ahead, though. It could get worse.
Yeah. When we talk about the fan base, though, I don't think I would agree that we're fragile. I think it may appear so because a lot of the social media and a lot of stuff that's going on around there is younger based fans. And I truly believe many of them haven't been through what happened in the past and everything. And I mean, shit, I can give you some rosters of some incredible Juve teams that didn't win trophies. Like, it's just a part of it. But I think right now, like, after you come through a decade of dominance, nobody was ready. I just think everybody was just way too used to winning and cruising through Serie A and stuff. And that gimme, I mean, what we were doing in Champions League was impressive. That record of like the qualifications for knockouts, that streak and stuff, it was great. What's sad is we didn't make the most of the resources that came through doing that, right? Is what it is.
Yeah. Lucci, did you have a comment there?
No, go ahead. It's a tough time.
Fragile fan base. So again, I got to put myself at a different age level than most people. It's just the things that bother me or the things that I find troubling for someone who's younger, it would absolutely blow their minds. They wouldn't even be able to figure it out. And that just comes with age, right? Like, you grow through pains, and when you're younger, certain things will cause issues. How do I want to put this? When you have unsteady waters in your life, you know what I mean? Like, the older you get, the easier you are at adapting to them and dealing with them. So I can deal with a lot of stuff more easily than maybe younger people because I've been around.
Been through it.
I've been through it. There you go. I've been through it. So this, for me, I know that Juventus will eventually get through this, right? They're a big club. I've seen them go up and down a lot more than maybe some other people have seen them go up and down. So just for me, I think, to Al's point, maybe some people haven't seen those highs and lows as much as someone maybe I'm my age or Al's age. Like, Lucci, you're sort of in the middle. You've kind of
I've seen a bit of everything.
Seen both, right? So I think for me, in the long run, we'll be fine because we're essentially the biggest club in the country. So I think it's just a rough spot. We'll get through it. So that's why I try and keep as positive as possible.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're fragile. I just think we're more like, everyone's so used to winning that it's frustrating. It's frustrating. They're frustrated. They can't handle this rough patch we are currently enduring.
Yeah. And I don't want to single like just younger fans out in general and say that's them, because that's not true. There are a lot of younger fans that are kind of level-headed and going through this properly. It's just what it is for me. Again, I've been through it with strong Juve sides, but that's what I kind of hold these sides to, is that expectation. If you show me the work rate, show me that effort, I'm happy. If we put our best foot forward and it doesn't fall, it is what it is. Again, talking about squads going back, 1993-94 Juve squad won. Sweet fuck all. Sweet fuck all. You want to talk about a strong team?
They
Okay.
have Baggio at the height of their powers.
Vialli, Ravanelli,
Yep.
Roberto Baggio, Conte, Delivio, Dino Baggio, Moller, Kohler, Torricelli, Peruzzi in goal. Like, what? This team won nothing. Nothing. It's, again, for me, it's just how you present yourself and what you do in that season. Did I feel like it was a season that went well? The results, we won nothing, but my God, it was still a strong team. Del Piero kicked off in that season too.
Baggio won
but
the
yeah,
Ballon
they
d'Or that
didn't
year.
win anything that year.
We had the best player in the world, and we won no trophies.
Yeah. 94-95, a little bit different, right? Serie A win
Completely
Coppa
reloaded.
Italia, runners up in UEFA Cup. And then, of course, 95-96, when we won the Champions League, we didn't even win Serie A, and we got bounced in the round of 16 in Coppa Italia. So, again, winning's not a given, and it goes beyond that right now with this team for me. Ant, do you have something to add?
No, just that's the jersey right there.
Oh, okay.
I believe the 95-96 one's right there.
Yeah. So it's a tough spot right now. Jeremiah, should Max be sacked tomorrow if we don't get a win today?
I want to say yes, but it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
What?
Even a draw? Say like we did. Say we dominated, and say we hit a couple posts and it's not falling. We say they find some lucky equalizer, make it like a 1-1 game, and we
Like
come out of there. Would you still think he needs to go?
I think
That's a good point.
I don't think.
go
I think if
regardless.
we come out guns blazing and like we dominate this game and play like a solid full game, and the result doesn't come, I would say no. We keep moving.
But that's
if we got North Macedonia, I'd say no.
Yeah, if it was a mess, like if we struggle to get an attempt on target and it's just slow and disjointed, then get out. Again, it's what I'm talking about, right? Is how we present ourselves. What are we doing? Is there progress?
To Lucci's point, I don't really see a scenario where they're going to get rid of him after this game. I don't.
It would have happened already. You lost to Monza.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 wins.
But he wasn't on the field for that one.
What's he running on? 2 wins in 12 or 13 now?
13.
Ooh. Yeesh.
I would have been canned 2 months ago if that was my performance.
And rightfully so, you should have been.
You're not wrong.
Your performances on here have been a little...
That's not true.
We'll talk later.
Should the players apologize to the
not
fans
here.
again if we get a negative result? In my opinion, I don't ever want to see that kind of display ever again. It's pathetic. I think it's beyond the point of the players now, is how I feel. What do you guys think?
I
think it's beyond the players now, to be honest. Like them doing that now does nothing anymore because you've seen it a few times. And
yeah. Like, I appreciate the gesture, but unless it's actually your performances are going to change on the pitch, like it doesn't mean squat.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that proves or who that benefits. It benefits the fans because they get to yell at somebody. Like
the players are just trying to make it show that they care.
It's a good gesture, and it's being
really
accountable,
awkward.
but at the same time, like it's a couple times it's like, okay, but kind of in Max Allegri's press conference when it's like, it's time to shut up and get the results. That's kind of what it comes down to now. And if they're going to do it, they need to all do it together, like also, and Max needs to come out there and face the music too, not just the players, because it is beyond the players too, right? So it's one
I'm
of
not
those
sure
things
if-
where I wouldn't say it's pathetic. I think it's a good gesture and it's being accountable. But 2 times, 3 times now, that's enough. You can
Hang
walk
on.
away now.
I don't really understand if he's saying, in my opinion, don't ever want to see that kind of display again.
He doesn't want the players to go out and do that anymore.
He doesn't want the players to go do that.
Yeah.
I sort of, if that's what he means, I don't know if he's saying pathetic at the fans are yelling at him, but if he's saying
he's saying that gesture is pathetic.
Yes, that's what I'm.
He's saying them going out there and facing the boos and jeers is essentially pathetic. Like he says, he doesn't want to see that display.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it anymore because it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't change nothing.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, I agree.
That for me. So I wouldn't really call it pathetic, but I'd call
the first couple times I'm into it. I'm like, yeah, you should be held accountable. You should do it. But I think everybody should have been there, and Max included. But now to just keep singling out players and ruin them, no.
What does this mean?
Why does Lucci play shitty games like Battlefield 5?
What's Battlefield?
That means Lucci does not play Battlefield 5.
What? I don't even where did that come from?
I'm not
Do
sure.
you even play video games?
Vito,
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Lucci doesn't even play video games.
What? Where?
Lucci, do you even own a video game system?
Yeah, I got an Xbox somewhere.
Like Xbox, like the original? So do I.
No, Xbox One.
Oh.
Yeah, strange.
So
Everybody,
random.
drop a like while you're here. Okay, like the video. Of course, subscribe if you're new here to the channel. But yeah, guys, what are we at? 4 hours away from kickoff, or no, 5? 5. About 5 hours from kickoff. I was gonna do a match day live today, everybody, like a watch along. Ain't gonna happen. I got a game myself. I gotta go play and starts at 11. So hopefully we can seal the deal in half, and then I can go and watch the game live. Otherwise, I will be having it going on the sideline. Maybe I'll pull up with a fake hammy and watch.
I thought you were already broken. What happened? I thought you were injured.
I can play through it though. It's a C final, but it's still a final. You gotta try and win a trophy. Be nice. But yeah. And the LA's lying. I don't know. Lucci, are you in some underground Battlefield 5 league that nobody knows about?
Someone
and now all of a sudden you go by some different alias, Laniel Ducci maybe, and everybody's figured it out?
Vito, explain your question here. Like, I'm very confused right now.
You've been exposed as this Battlefield 5 underground player.
Jesus. I don't. Okay. All right.
Look at this. They found you. They found you. Oh, that's funny. Oh, he says on Discord it had Battlefield 5 yesterday. That's funny.
My Discord?
Yeah, it can usually tell you when you're in a game or not. That's funny, though. That's funny. It's okay,
I think
man.
someone's just using his name as their.
You can just say, like, you play Battlefield 5.
It's okay.
Admit it. It's not a big deal. Just say it.
Just video games.
I'm Daniel Lucci. I play Battlefield 5.
And I kick ass at it.
You'll feel better. Just say it.
I'm going to snipe your ass. What are we talking about?
Lucci, just say it. Lucci, just say it. I'm Daniel Lucci. I play Battlefield 5.
I do not.
I'm here. Hear me roar. Let's do it.
Just say it.
Say it.
Just say I have Katy Perry playing in the background while I play Battlefield 5.
I do like Katy Perry.
Say it now. I love Taylor Swift and play Battlefield 5. Say it.
Just say it.
Put it on the internet.
Go to sleep. You.
Luch, just say it.
Say it.
It's okay, man.
You play
Battlefield 5.
And I love it.
Are we done here?
Say it. Just say it.
I just want to win today, okay? Can we keep on track, please?
Okay, we're done breaking Lucci's balls over this Battlefield 5 thing. That was good, though. That was good. Yeah, everybody in the live is right. Everybody on the panel is right. Today has to be a win. The guys got to get it done. That international break, going back to it and talking about our players and them having good shows and whatnot, we weren't really sure. How were you guys feeling about that international break and the time it came? Was it at a good time to give everybody that kind of reprieve and, trying to hone things in? There was a lot of, I don't know, tensions were running extremely high. That probably came at the best time for these guys to go and just kind of separate and now come back. So I was a little unsure at the time about the break, but I think it came probably at the perfect time. And now it's going to be all about them and seeing what kind of attitude they approach this game with now. Did you guys feel differently maybe before the break and now feel that way after, that it came at the right time? What do you guys think?
I think it came at a good time because we had Dusan and a whole bunch of guys just with their head down. Like you could tell he was visibly upset. Hopefully his 1 or 2 goals with Serbia, I one for sure, maybe 2, but hopefully that gives him a bit of confidence, morale boost, and he continues it to the game today. Honestly, at this stage, it couldn't have been any worse. So it was probably a good time for them to go out and get a change of scenery or something.
Yeah.
Nothing to add to that. I think it was great for us to kind of I think we needed a break. I think the fans needed a break for a couple weeks. I know I did. I know I got a lot done. But it was a good recharge.
The grass needed to get cut.
Those hedges, man, absolute nightmare. But I think it was good for us. So hopefully we get off on the right foot today. But I got a good little walnut for everybody. If anybody wants to spread some fagioli on a bet, can I throw a bet in here? We got time for one. Over 2.5 goals total. Both teams to score, and Dusan to score is plus 300. There's some free money for you right there.
Don't trust his betting advice.
Every time Ant says free money or book it, those are like my triggers. Those are my triggers right there.
Anytime Ant gives advice on games, bets, he's going to mush it. Do not follow his lead, guys. I did not say
Juventus to win. I just said over 2.5 goals.
Watch it be a 1-0 stalemate. It's very boring.
Dusan. Plus 300. Free money.
I want Dusan to score, but I don't know. Poor guy is ice cold with us.
Yes, there is.
All right. Yeah. International break after Monza. I thought, hey, let's get back to it right away and get things right. But no, the international break, looking back, probably the best thing that could have come for these guys. So
perfect timing. Yeah.
Hopefully they come out energetic and take it to Bologna and get this win. Everybody, again, sorry, no watch along today, but we're back tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. All right, for the post match, and hopefully, it has to be a victory that we're talking about and recapping, and then we'll get to all the news and aftermath surrounding this game. So again, everybody, much appreciated for joining us on the live. Drop a like on the video, okay, and subscribe if you're new here. Everybody else that's in the Discord, I'm sure we'll be talking there throughout the match and see what's going on, and we'll try and see if somebody can tackle the main for updates should you need. Till tomorrow morning's live, as always, fino alla fine, Forza Juve. Don't fuck this up, boys. Get that win. Let's go. Ciao tutti.